Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to try and go through and show you the best ways to use your cards in Hockey Ultimate Team for NHL 26. I've been playing for a couple weeks now, since release, just a couple days before the release basically. Gone through a few of the events. I haven't been streaming too much or recording too much lately, but I've been gathering a mass of cards and trying to figure out what's the best way to use them all. And there's a lot of videos out there that are very helpful from people like Sleeveless, who go over what cards you should use, how they apply to the events, all that kind of stuff, and it's great. I figured for myself I was going to build my own little repository of all the cards, basically all by overall value, and then what type of card it is, and then what type of collection you can exchange it in for. That way I can figure out how to get the most out of all of my cards. So there's going to be some sharing here of my screen online on the stream for the Xbox, showing what's going on with my cards, and then this is also going to become a YouTube video, and in that YouTube video I'm going to be showing you also some screenshots that I'm going to insert of the charts that I built myself to kind of track all this and maximize the value of my cards, basically. So the way I completed this was I looked through all different sets here, and I went through each one by one and kind of figured out what you could trade in for what value, what you would get out of it. And in doing so, I learned that basically everything from a 70 to a 77 overall for a player, no matter what type of card it is, base card, if you were to for some reason find an icon or a captain card that would be that low, a game breaker, a fresh ice, a check my game, any of the events, wild card, supposedly there's Hut Cup Chase and Hut ranked seasons cards that are going to come out at some point as well. I haven't seen any of those yet, but it's a type to sort by in the auction house, which is the other part I'm going to show you of how I completed this chart. But like I said, any player ranked 70 to 77 overall, you are going to want to exchange them here in your exchange sets. So here you go 70 through 73. You end up getting a 75 overall untradeable player for it. Here you exchange 74 to 75 overall players for a 76 to 77 overall untradeable. And then this last pack here, you get 76 and 77 overall players that you can trade in for a 78 or 79 overall player. Now that is personally where I would stop using these exchange sets. The 78 plus and these 80 plus, you're going to be able to use your cards for other things that might benefit you in better ways. So that's where we use the exchange sets, okay? Now, any players that are a 78 or above overall, you technically could use them in that exchange set for an 80 to 81. However, what I've been noticing and playing and in watching a lot of the videos that everybody's making, covering all the content, these new limited time events that we get, like the marquee event going on right now, these require a 78 overall as the entry level for you to be able to trade in things. So for example, right here, the second set, you need 3 78 plus overall players to acquire an 80 overall untradeable marquee player. So 78 overall baseline is going to be able to get you into the marquee event, or again, you can trade for an 80 to 81 overall untradeable, just regular base player, kind of base pack. You don't know what you're going to get out of it, right? You don't know what kind of player it's going to be. So I wouldn't take the chance. I would go with the marquee sets. Use your 78 plus players for the marquee sets, at least as of this video. We are filming on September 29th. 79 overall and above players Again, you can use them in the marquee event. You could use them right here in the 78 plus to then help you make an 80 overall. You would trade in 3 79s instead for an 80. Not too sure how I feel about that, but you can use them for that, right? The other thing you can use your 79 overall players for, of any player type, you can trade them in the captains. So if we go to our captain sets here, you'll see, for example, the Connor Bedard set. Not so much the JT Miller set, but these first couple sets here. Connor Bedard, Leo Carlson, Moritz Seider, and Luke Hughes. For those 4 sets, you exchange a 79 plus overall player to acquire an 82 overall specific captain, right? So that's a pretty good value for your 79 players who are just base player, you know, any other kind of player. The one thing I will note, 79 overall alumni players, specifically alumni players. Take them over to your heroes set. You can use this first option here. You exchange 3 79 plus overall alumni players for an 81 overall alumni player. And you're going to need those 81 overall alumni players in order to exchange into the icon section, or to exchange for your actual heroes here. But we'll get to that in a minute. So again, 79 overall players, you can use them in the marquee event. You can also use them in your captains sets, or you could just use it in the regular exchange sets as well. I wouldn't recommend the regular exchange sets personally. Moving on to 80 overall players. If you have an 80 overall player of any player type, besides specifically alumni, I'm going to make a note about them. 80 overall players, again, you can use them in the weekly event, this week, marquee event. Here, this next one over, you have to trade in 380 to 81 marquee specific players, okay? And I would recommend taking your 80 to 81 marquee players and trading them in for your 82 marquee player instead. Oh, rather, save them for right now for this week, I guess, if you can. That way you have more of them, because it looks like there's going to be a week 2 that's going to come out. And when that week 2 comes out, you're going to want the most amount of marquee players that you can have to run through and complete those objectives really fast again. And then you can trade them all in, make your more master set players, or you can trade them off, sell them, use them for other sets, etc. So any other 80 players besides your marquee players, your alumni players, anything else besides those 2 specific collections, you can use them in the marquee event. Another place you can use your 80 overall players, Team of the Week sets. So here, we trade in 3 80 to 82s plus a 79 overall. And that will get us a choice of 1 of 5 82 overall Team of the Week players. That is untradeable. So that's a good use of your 80 overall players. Again, I wouldn't necessarily use your marquee players or your alumni players in here. They have a special place that we will go over. But any other collection type outside of that, you could use inside of here with a 79. Get yourself a Team of the Week. Team of the Week is going to be good to build up as well, because this is going to be going on all year long. There's always going to be a Team of the Week event. They're always going to be releasing new players. And same thing, the more Team of the Week players you have, the faster you can complete some of those objectives. In fact, I would recommend building yourself a completely separate lineup for Team of the Week and just load all those Team of the Week players on it. Use them, get through your objectives fast, go back to using your regular, best overall lineup with all your good line combinations and that kind of stuff. So again, this is just another place you can put your 80 overall players, Team of the Week. Third place we're going to be able to put them in. Again, we can use them in the captain sets as well, technically. Okay? If we go back over to our captains, as mentioned here, you need 79 plus overall players, so you could use an 80 in there to then acquire your 82 overall, either Bedard, Carlson, Cider, or Hughes. However, in these higher captain sets, you need at least an 82 overall. So if it's an 80, you can use them in here for those first 4. The one other place you can use your 80 is going to be in these exchange sets here. You'd get an 82 to 83 overall if you were to trade them in. Again, I would not recommend that. Now, like I said, if you have an 80 marquee player, I would recommend using them in the marquee event in this third option here for an 82 overall marquee set. Trade in 3 of your 80 specifically marquee players, you get an 82 overall. Otherwise, the one other consideration to make for your 80s, if you have an 80 alumni player, again, you're going to want to bring them into your heroes section here. You're going to want to use them in this first option. You could trade in 3 of your 80 overall alumni players to get yourself an 81. And then that 81, you'll be able to use in the actual sets. So that's everything for 80 overall players. Moving on to having an 81 overall player. Everything outside of, again, marquee and alumni, kind of base player sets, every other player set that you can get, you can use, again, in the marquee set. So here, technically, you could trade in an 81. Actually, will it even let me? I think, no, you can only use 78 to 79s. Never mind. I'm sorry about that one. So we'll go over the marquee players specifically then. If you have an 81 marquee player specifically, use them in here in this third option to get yourself the 82 overall marquee set. Bump up the level of your marquee players, right? Plus, you're going to need those 82s to complete these master player sets as well. All right, so outside of marquee, also you can use them in Team of the Week. As I mentioned before, here you need to trade in 4 cards to get yourself an 82 overall Team of the Week choice pack. You can go between 80 to 82. You need 3 of those, and then a 79, so your 81s could go in here as well. You can also use them in the rookies sets now. So if we go over here to rookies and we look at these, all 3 of these sets are asking for 5 81 plus overall players for an 84 overall, either specific Crosby, Quinn Hughes, or Jordan Binnington. That will become untradeable as well. So that's another place for your 81s, rookie sets, if you're after your rookie cards. We can also use them in the captain sets. So jumping back into these, again here, these first 4 sets, Bedard, Carlson, Cider, and Hughes, you'd be able to use your 81 overall players in order to cash in for an 82 overall untradeable captain. Outside of that, again, you can use the regular exchange set. You could trade in some 81s to get yourself an 82 to 83 overall. Would not recommend. The only other note or exception to make is the alumnis. If you have an 81 overall alumni, you can use them in the hero sets, where you'd be able to actually claim some of the heroes now. So you need these 81 plus overall alumni players to get an 84 overall specific hero for what's available right now. Or we can go into our icon sets. And this first option in the icons, you can exchange 3 81 plus overall alumni players to then get yourself an 83 overall alumni player that becomes untradeable. And you need those 83s to cash in here for your icons, which we'll go over in just a couple levels. So that's everything for your 81 overall cards. Again, unless it is a marquee player or an alumni player, you would be able to use it in the Team of the Week events the rookies sets, the captain sets, or in just the regular exchange sets. Otherwise, if it's a marquee player, use it in the marquee event. If it is an alumni player, either use it in your icons or your heroes sets. Moving up to 82 overall now. If you have an 82 overall player, you know what? Let's do the exceptions first this time, actually. So, team of the week. If you have an 82 overall team of the week player, I would recommend, I mean, if you're not using them, right, and you want to trade them in, take 5 of them in here. You get yourself an 84 overall team of the week specific player that they're offering. This week, it's Pedersen, which is a pretty good card. So, team of the week specific 82 overall players, take them, put them in the team of the week sets. Okay? 82 overall alumni players. I would recommend, again, using your hero sets. You can use them here to acquire your 84 overall heroes for all these different ones available. Or you can go into your icon sets. This first option here, you can trade in your 82s for an 83 overall alumni player that would become untradeable. And again, you need those so you can actually cash in on these icons. Aside from that, let me double check Marquee real quick. I don't think there's anything else you'd really be able to do here. Okay, actually, my apologies. If you have a specific Marquee player that is also an 82 overall, I would recommend using them here in the Master Player sets if you want any of those. Otherwise, 82 to 84s, you'd be able to use them in, as I mentioned, Team of the Week, Rookies sets as well. You can use them in there. You can also use them in your Captains sets, or in your icons in your heroes, as I had mentioned as well. Actually, I'm sorry, icons and heroes specifically need alumni players, but your rookie sets, you'd be able to take your 82s, bring them in here if you wanted, and captain sets, same thing. I believe, actually no, it only let you take up to 81s. Oh, well then, let me make a note here. Actually, Noah, I am sorry. You do need 82s for the other captains that are available. So, we start with Ovechkin, Kachuk, Doughty, and Heiskanen all need 82 overall plus players in order to cash in for the 85. So your 82 overall players you would want to use in your captain sets, just for the second set of captains that were released to us. So that is what you should do with your 82 overall players. Or, if none of them fit there, if you're not looking in the market for any of those sets, take your 82s, auction them in the auction house, okay? That's going to be the best value that you can get. Either trade them in here. Specifically, if they're untradeable, I would recommend trading them in and using them in the sets. If they are tradable, try and sell them, honestly. Anything above 80, really. I mean, if it's marked as tradable, try and sell it. See if you can get something for it potentially. Otherwise, you're able to cash it in for these sets that I'm telling you about. If it's an untradeable card, for sure, use it in these sets. Get the most value that you can out of it. Don't just leave it sitting around, hanging in your collection, you know? So those are the 82 overalls. Moving on to 83 overall. If you have, we're going to go over the exceptions first again here. If you have any alumni players that are 83 overall, again, you can take them into your hero sets. You can cash them in here for the heroes. You would need 5 83s in order to get an 84 overall hero. Or you can go into your icon sets. Again, this first option, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. This first option here, you can only use 81 to 82. So that does not work. The second options, though, this is what I was trying to get to. Your 83 overall alumni players, you're going to need to use to cash in for your 86 overall icons. So you would need 5 83 overall alumni players or higher to cash in for a Fedorov, a Thornton, a Solani, a Pronger, a Lundqvist, a Chelios, a Sakic, a Coffee, or a Hasek icon set. That would be an 86 overall player you'd be getting in return for your 5 83 plus overall alumni players. Otherwise, if you have an 83 player that is anything outside of an alumni player, I would recommend taking them. And again, I'm sorry here. Marquee players, if you have a specific 83 marquee player, you can use them for the master sets. Otherwise, your 83s can go in here for those extra 2 slots. Anything outside of marquee or alumni, you would need 2 of those there to cash in for your marquee master player sets. Technically, you could use them in your rookie sets as well. However, would you want to trade in 5 83s just for an 84? Not really myself, but it is an option. And then you can also use them in your captain sets, as I was mentioning. The second set of captains that was provided to us, Ovechkin through Heiskanen, you could use your 83 plus overall players in there to get yourself an 85. That seems like a good value compared to a rookie card. So that is what you should do with your 83 overall players. Again, if none of those sets fit your criteria, nothing that you're looking for, take your 83. If it's a tradable card, put it in the auction house. See what you can get for it. If it's untradeable, I mean, you can keep sitting on it and see if it eventually falls into place for one of these sets. Maybe something new will come up in the future. We are early in the game. But I would recommend trading them off, seeing what you can get, and trading in right now for as much as you can. Next, we're going to go over 84 overall players. Again, I'll do the exceptions real quick. If you have an 84 overall alumni player, you're going to want to take them right over here into your icon set and use them in these master player sets. You'd be able to use them to get your 86 overall icon player. It's a good deal. Outside of alumni players, if you have a specific 84 overall marquee player, again, you can use those in the master player sets as well. You need 3 of those along with 2 random other 84s of any other collection type, and you'd be able to cash in for your master player set. Otherwise, any other 84 overall that you get, you would be able to use in the captain section. That's the only other spot that's really kind of worth using it. And again, this would be for the second set, Ovechkin through Heiskanen. You could trade in 5 84 overalls to get yourself an 85 overall captain. I don't really think it's worth it, but it's an option that's available to you, so I want you to know about it. As mentioned, if none of those fit what you need for your 84 overall player, your 84 overall player is tradable. Put them in the auction house, sell them, see what you can get for them. If they are not tradable, if it's an untradeable, a UT, hold it. See if another set comes up in the future. Otherwise, you'll be able to trade it in for something that's already here that I've already told you about, which is going to help you out no matter what. Moving on to 85 overall players. Now, this is just one exception to talk about where you'll be able to cash it in. Otherwise, you're better off just selling it in the auction house. Unless it's an untradeable card for some reason and you need to cash it into a set somewhere. Which I don't know if that's even a thing at this point, really. You would take your 85 overall alumni players. These are the one exception, the one thing to stand out here. Your 85 overall alumni players, and bring them in here to your icon sets. And again, you could trade in 5 of them. If you have them, you can get yourself an 86 overall icon instead. Would I recommend it? Doesn't really seem like a good value. 585 is just for an 86. Not really so much. But it's an option of what you can do with those 85 overall alumni players. Otherwise, all these sets that you see here right now, available to us as of September 29th, 2025. Can't really do much with them. You can go into the exchange sets here, and I think, oh, this actually doesn't even, it only lets you go up to 81, so you can't even do anything with these 85s that I'm talking about. So if you have an 85 overall, that's anything outside of an alumni player, you're going to want to auction it. Or, again, hold it if for some reason it's an untradeable card. Again, I don't even know if that exists right now. Let's go look at my collection and see if I have any of that. We do. 85. They're bound as well, but technically Solani is an 86, and he's untradeable. Well, why would I want to get rid of him, right? Like, obviously. Same thing with my Darlene. He's an 85, and he's untradeable. So, yeah, I mean, hang on to him. Use him in your line combinations as you need to help you get through some stuff, I guess, or unlock some certain objectives. I mean, it seems like anything 85 overall and above, again, unless it's an alumni player that you can cash into the icon set, everything else you're going to want to just auction it off or hold it because you can't trade it in anywhere right now. It's just going to sit in your collection and just hang out. So 85 and above, if it's marked as tradable, send it to the auction house. Get rid of it if you can. Get some cash for it. Otherwise, you're going to have it sitting around like my Rasmus Dahlin, just hanging out right there, looking pretty, right? So that is what I would recommend doing with your cards. Based on their overall rating, based on their collection type, those are all the different things that you have available to you right now with those cards. The whole point of this video is to show you what you can do with your collection right now, based on the overall ratings and based on what type of card it is. I went through, we showed you all the different places you could trade it in and exchange it. This video was only using player cards. It was not using any type of collectible items to trade in for players. This is just showing you what you can do with all the players that you accumulate and acquire between objectives that you win on a daily basis, your event rewards, packs that you're cashing in, packs that you're opening, packs that you might be buying. Personally, I'm not spending any extra money on the game, and I'm trying to get the most value of all of the stuff that's being rewarded to me at this point. So that was my attempt to show you what you can do with all of your cards, all of your collection as of September 29th, 2025. We're in the middle of the marquee event right now. We'll see what goes on. I'm going to keep trying to go through and keep my own little spreadsheet and chart up to date. And as things change, I'll try and make some new videos and go over again what you should be doing with all of these cards. Rating by rating, collection type by collection type, I want to go through and show you what you can do to get the best value of your cards. And also, please keep in mind, I am not one of the high-ranked players. I don't play on Superstar or All-Star or anything like that. I'm a low-level player. I mainly try and play offline a bunch. I'm not that good at the game. I've only been playing for about a year, roughly, through Hockey Ultimate Team, through HUT. So take all of this with a grain of salt. All of my information I provided you is based on videos that I've watched, based on some of my own gameplay experience, and based on knowledge that has been provided to me as well by other content creators and other gamers. Thank you all for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. I'm going to make sure that I put all those screenshots in of the chart that I was referencing, so that way you can also see for yourself what I'm looking at and what you're able to do with all of your players, so that way you can get the most value out of them and enjoy the game as much as possible. Again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and stay strange.